Hi, I'm Mathel Givens, also known as Mama May. This episode, I will be talking to you about cruising with a blind man and how I met him on a carnival cruise.
Hi, my name is Glenn Benton. I was inspired by God to take a cruise all by my lonesome. And yes, I am 100% and totally blind. Though I am blind, I accepted God's challenge to go on this cruise.
If I had $400 to my name, that means that I can't have no disruptions because I don't have to spend the money that I got on a mishap. So what happens is that I got to the airport and people at the airport say, Mr. Benton, your trip is for the next day.
I have learned to lean solely on the faith in God. That is why I walk by faith and not by sight. Everyone wants to know what happened to my sight. The first thing they want to know is, how did you get blind? Were you born blind? Well, I want the whole world to know how I became the blind man. I was incarcerated and I had a cellmate and we were not getting along. And that evening he told me, I'm gonna kill you. I didn't pay him no attention. You know, I've heard tough talk before. I'm from Oakland, California. You know, in the O, you hear this type of language every day. It's nothing. So anyhow, we went to chow and we went back to our cells. They locked us down. I fell into a deep sleep. I was awakened by a strike. Something was piercing my body over and over. It hit my hand first and then I put my hand up, then it started hitting me in my face, all upside my head, my arms and everything. I realized my cellie was attacking me with some type of sharp object. At the time I didn't realize it was a pick. It was an ice pick that he had stolen from the chow hall. And so he stabbed me so many times repeatedly, he eventually cut my jugular vein. And you know, when you get stuck with an ice pick, it creates internal bleeding. And with each poke, the internal bleeding, it worsens. And I eventually lost my sight in both eyes behind the attack. But I hope and pray that this episode anoint and touch every heart that watches this episode, because it is truly a remarkable story, and it's true, and it's involving me, Glenn Benton. blind man missed his first departure, but this brother was determined to make this cruise. He went through so much mayhem to catch this cruise. Mama, can you elaborate some things that you and him personally talked about what it took for him to make this cruise?
Well, he was telling me. He said, I said, I saw them bring you on here in St. Thomas. I said, but we actually boarded in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He said, yeah, I missed that ship. He said, I had some struggles getting to this boat. He said, first of all, my cab broke down, and I had to get another cab. And it was $55 for me to get this next cab. By the time they got me to the airport, he said, I found out I was a day early. I said, a day early? He said, yeah. They said I was a day early getting there to the cruise. And I said, are you sure? And then he said, no, I think I was a day late.
What did this tell you, Mama May, about his faith in God?
Well, he had a tenacious kind of faith. He was determined to prove to himself that he could walk by faith and not by sight, because he had went through quite a bit, and at one time he could see. And it reminds me of an old song, Amazing Grace, said, I once was blind, but now I see. He began to think about what happened to him before getting on this cruise.
And now this cruise is very special to me. Number one, I have fulfilled God's request. And by doing so, I've earned the right to say, I was blind, but now I truly see. This cruise takes place in the beautiful ports of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Oh, I don't mean to let the cat out the bag, but by the way, I missed the cruise. But I'll let Mama May tell you about that. I don't want to blow the story.
So how much is a ticket going to the first island, which was San Juan, Puerto Rico?
Right.
I said, no. I got to San Juan, Puerto Rico, so the first island was,
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
Yes.
St. Thomas, and so I had to catch a plane to St. Thomas to catch up with the boat.
Yes.
And so that cost me almost $90-something. And so I got to the boat with only about $80 from my name.
Now that's all you had out of the $400.
That's it. That's all I had to my name.
Yes. Thank God it was an all-inclusive trip. You didn't have to buy nothing when you got on the cruise.
Yeah. So when I got to the trip, the boys came to me and say, all this resting that you want to do, because I know my blood pressure up, I got high blood pressure. Blood pressure's up. I was trying to lay down somewhere. I said, no, get up and go to the deck. And when I got up, I didn't know why he wanted me to go to the deck. He didn't want me to get no rest. So here y'all come.
Well, you know what? My girlfriend, Chris, she saw them bringing you on the ship. She was just looking all around the cruise while I was just kind of dazed out with my sunglasses on, laid back, chilling, thinking about back in Chicago. My mama Lovejoy was laying in a coma when I left home, so this was going to be a good trip for me to get my mind off of things. And she began to say, hey, she said, look, Mathel, over here. She said, they're bringing on a blind man. I said, how you know he blind? She said, girl, look, he has that red and white cane. And I'm like, oh, he sure is coming aboard. I wonder what a blind man doing coming on a cruise.
revelation saying that,
Now, the book you was talking about was the Bible, right?
Right, the Bible.
All right.
Bible. That's that. That's the, because if you have doubt about God, if you pray to God about in your mother out the coma, it's some type of discrepancy why he didn't do it.
Yes.
So I said to myself, I walk by faith and not by sight. It took me some travel to get here.
Yes.
Just to talk to you.
Yes.
So I'm saying to myself, why did you want me to come down here and talk to this woman about walking by faith? Because that's what she's not doing.
And you know what? You know what, Glenn? What you didn't know was that night before you got on the cruise, I had a dream about one of my sons, and it seems like something was wrong. His name was Victor, and I made a call overseas to his wife because I saw her crying in her sleep. And when I called her, she was actually crying. But she said she had sinus. And I said, girl, there's something wrong. I said, I had this dream about Victor. And so she said, oh, he's out running. I said, out running? She said, yeah. I said, oh, no, not this time of morning. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. I said, child, no, I don't believe that. I said, girl, I said, if it was something wrong with Victor, would you tell me? Or would you try to protect my feelings? And she told me I would try to protect your feelings. And I said, girl, tell me, is Victor dead? Did he die through the night? She said, no, mama, no. I said, oh, Lord. I said, when I get off this cruise, somebody better give me some answers. So when I met you, not only did I have the problems of my mama, but it was something going on with my son, Victor.
I'm saying, so your faith was kind of low.
Yeah.
Your faith was kind of low. You've been a woman of God, and so all of a sudden, these episodes will cause you to lower your faith.
Yes.
So I thank God for using me.
Yes.
To get to you.
Yes.
And bringing your faith up.
Yes.
To let you know that, hey, he's still on the throne.
That's right. That's
so
right.
That was the story of how I became, how I got to the boat.
Yes. And I know that God used you to help me, to teach me. I learned a lot about how to walk by faith and not by sight when I met you.
Yeah.
And see, I had met a prophet before I met you, before I had even come on the cruise. I had met a prophet. He had came to a church that I was attending, and he told me that a storm was coming. And oh my God, I had no idea what I was going to be facing. But when I did, I understood a lot more. But I can say, Glenn, meeting you that week, we had a great time, you and I.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, she went on to be with the group because I was with a big group. It was about 1,600 of us. And people thought you and I was cousins or we was close or something, didn't they?
Yeah, well, yeah. Because we stay together almost every day.
Every day, I'm telling you. And you told me, you said, I want to go shopping. I want to go buy a cross.
The blind man wanted to go shopping. Now, at this time, I'm pretty sure you're aware, wait a minute, this guy don't have any money and he wants to go shopping. What made you get involved and say, hey, you know what? The blind man want to go shopping, we going shopping. And what did y'all seek after y'all got off that ship and went shopping?
Well, once he really counted his money, he thought he had $90. But when he really counted his money, he had about $200 left. And he thought about he had brought his credit card with him. and he wanted to go shopping. So now, you know, I'm a very compassionate person. And I'm thinking, now how's he going to be, you know, going to go shopping by himself?
But reading in the book, your girlfriends don't want nothing to do with this. The blind man shopping. So that means you got to leave your girls
She didn't want
and
to
go with the blind man.
My girlfriend did not want it. She was like, May, Mathel, she said, I'm going to call you 5 different names, girl, because I didn't bargain for this. I came on this cruise ship to have some fun. And here you gonna take a blind man shopping. She pulling me to the side, want to whisper in my ear. And I'm like, girl, look, we going shopping. So we taking it. Now, if you don't want to do it, you walk fast, go ahead of me, but I'm gonna make sure I'm right alongside of him and make sure he gets there safely. Because we had a list of places where we were to go. Our cruise director, she had given us a list of places so that we would get the best prices. And so we picked out this one place that we were gonna go, and he said he wanted to buy a cross. He said, I need a cross to go around my neck. I said, well, honey, we're gonna go and I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna help you find that cross. Because how could a blind man find a cross? So we got off the boat in St. Thomas. And I said, I'm going to take him shopping. My girlfriend said, girl, I ain't got no time to be sitting around here taking care of the blind man. I said, girl, we going shopping with the man, okay?
Yeah, blind, okay.
And didn't we go and we bought 3 crosses?
Right.
They were beautiful. Yes.
It was.
Yes.
And that was our initiation for together that day. That would never allow us to come apart because it was those crosses that kept us. It's like a covenant.
It is.
We made a covenant that day.
That's right.
With 3 crosses.
That's right.
So that was just a marvelous undertaking. And I'm so glad God used me for that main reason, because I thought I was going to have fun. I really thought I was going to go to have fun. But no, I had to work. I went to the work.
Yeah.
Thank God. The work outweighed fun.
Yes. But one thing for sure, we did have some fun because remember we got in the pool together. Yeah, we had so much fun in the pool, and we had soft drinks brought to us, and it was nice. And my group was gone on about their business.
Oh, yeah.
And we were having a nice time. And remember, you got so sharp going down to the dinner. I never will forget it. Oh man, you had 2 of us ladies escorting them down to the ballroom.
Oh yeah. I tell you, boy, like I said, I ain't never had that kind of encounter before in my life until I became blind. And so it's amazing. I mean, I would never forget it. I would never forget that. Never. That would always be in my spirit.
Yes. You know, I have to say, I'm sorry to cut you off, I didn't mean to, but I just want you to know from my heart, Glenn, meeting you was one of God's most special miracles in my life that is embedded in my mind and my heart forever.
Happy to see you.
Look, I done been on that cruise.
Oh my goodness.
I had a nice time.
I know you did.
Oh my. You know, I met a man. I met a blind man on the cruise.
A blind man?
Yeah. I spent the week with him. I had so much fun. I really did.
Oh my goodness.
So it was a lot of fun. And I have a story to tell you.
Honey, I want to know it.
All right. Okay.
Would you like to have a glass of wine before we start?
Oh, this would be nice. That would be nice. Thank you. It's my favorite kind.
Oh, I like this too.
Oh, I wish you could give me a little bit more.
Oh, bless you. Bless
That's
you.
good. Thank you.
Bless you.
I guess, ooh, wee. I guess we
Small
should
bottle.
we should have us a little toast, huh?
Yes.
To love and happiness and peace and joy. And we just thank God for all the goodness and the blessings.
In the name of Jesus.
All right.
So well.
Yes, I love you.
Love you too. This is nice.
That's good,
This
honey.
is really nice.
Thank you. Oh, look, I gotta tell you. Oh my God. Remember I told you about the prophet?
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, it's starting to happen. I was on this Carnival cruise with my girlfriend Chris, and we went first class, Mom.
Oh, man. Beautiful.
We had the limousine pick us up,
Oh,
take us to the airport, Chi-Town. You got to get something because you never know how the weather's going to be,
oh yes.
So we were out at Midway and got on our flight to San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Oh, my goodness.
We had a nice time in San Juan. There was a party. It was about 1,600 people. I was with a group. Yeah, it was nice. And they had a big party reception for us when we arrived in Puerto Rico. But I was really sort of sad.
Why?
Mama Lovejoy is still in a coma.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry.
It's been about 7 months now.
Oh, that's a long time, baby.
Still in a coma, not doing well at all.
But God is good.
Yeah, it's my sweetheart,
I know.
And she was supposed to be on that cruise with
I
us.
know she was.
And I was sort of forced to go. And her companion was Big Daddy. And that's what we called him. His name was P. Joe.
Oh, nice name.
Yeah.
Nice name.
Very nice young man, too. It's a father image in my life as well,
Bless you.
Very beautiful. So me and Chris, we just went on and hey, in San Juan, I had to try to fake it, until I could make it through those next 7 days. And so I slept that night, and that morning we got up and we got on the big Carnival cruise. And getting on the ship, I really still wasn't feeling too good.
I know.
Chris kept saying, oh, come on, we got to get in the groove. They've got all kinds of activities planned for us. I said, tomorrow, I'll try to do better tomorrow, But I just wanted to sleep and get room service, so when we did get in our stateroom, I said, I'll just call for room service. You go aboard. I had a lot of thinking to do.
I know. Lots was going on.
Lots of things, With Mama Lovejoy, that was the main thing, So, went to sleep that night. I had to just rest. And Mama, I had a dream.
Oh, my.
This dream, it shook my world.
Oh, May. What was
I dreamed my daughter-in-law, her name was Felicia. She's married to Victor. I dreamed that she was crying. And her one tear, it fell. And it bust a hole in the ship.
Oh, Lord.
And that's what woke me up. I was like, oh, I said, Felicia crying. I said, what is that? I said, Chris. She's like, girl, she said, what's going on? You waking me up. I said, girl, I didn't have this dream. I said, I didn't want you to hear me talking because I'm getting ready to get on the phone and try and reach Victor. I'm getting ready to call and see if I can talk to him because it seems like something's wrong with him. She said, girl, that call gonna cost you $30 or $40.
Oh, my Lord.
I said, you know what? I don't care what the call costs me.
You had to make it.
I was gonna have to make that call,
I understand that.
I made that call, overseas call. We sailing now. We just rolling through the water. Because Chris say, I just believe before you make that call, I think the water was hitting all up against the ship, girl. And that's what it is. She said, that's what it is. I said, no, let me make this call now. You just relax. Let me make this call. When I did call, Felicia answered the phone. Hello. I said, Felicia, yes, Mama.
Oh my goodness.
I said, baby, you crying? She said, no, I got sinus. I said, sinus? I said, girl, it sound like you crying. I said, I just had a dream about you. I said, in my dream, you was crying and your one tear bust a hole in the ship.
Oh my Lord. What happened? What was wrong with her?
I said, baby, where's Victor? I need to speak with him. She said, he out running, Mama. I said, running, girl, at 4 o'clock in the morning? She said, oh. I said, wait a minute, hold it. Let me ask you a question. If there was something wrong, would you try to protect my feelings? She said, yeah, Mama. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. I said, oh, Lord.
What's wrong? You feeling it, baby.
Oh, I started thinking about the prophet now.
Yes, Lord.
Oh, Lord. I said, girl, I need you to answer this question right here. Is Victor dead? She said, no, Mama, he not dead.
Oh, hallelujah.
I said, oh, God. I said, baby. I said, look, I'm on this cruise, and I'll be sailing for the next 6 days. But when I get off this cruise, I said, somebody better come and talk to me and tell me what's going on. So now, after talking to her, something's wrong with my baby. That's Victor. That's one of my twins, okay? I said, I can't sleep. I told Chris, I said, girl, I need to go up deck. Let's go on the deck. I need to get something, coffee, get something to eat, and just watch the water. I need to think. I need to pray. She said, okay, let me put some clothes on, baby. And we did. We went on up. Sat there till daylight came.
Oh my goodness.
And they docked. And when they docked, we were just sitting there, And all of a sudden, now this was in St. Thomas. And we sailed from San Juan.
It's a long ways.
She said, girl. She said, May. I said, what is it, Chris? She said, girl, look here. They bringing on a blind man. I said, what?
Oh my Lord.
She said, girl, what is blind man doing coming on a cruise? What he gonna see? I said, oh, child. I said, I don't know nothing about no blind man coming on a cruise. Where he at? She said, over there. Look. I'm looking. I said, oh. She said, see that stick? I said, yeah.
Oh my.
She said, he being escorted. Look, I said, he sure is. And he was by himself, Mama.
Oh my goodness. By himself.
Yeah. All alone. Wasn't nobody with him.
Nobody but God.
Oh, I need a little drink of this right now. Oh, my goodness. Ooh. That blows my mind. So, honey, I'm watching the blind man come on the cruise. And now, when we sailed from San Juan, blind man wasn't on no cruise. It wasn't like he had, once they docked, somehow he got off and they was bringing him back on. He was actually coming on for the first time. So anyway, Chris was like, girl, I just wish I'd know why. I said, well, take it easy, child. Come on, let's go strolling over this way.
Over by the blind man?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And we went straight. She holding on to me, had me all under my arm, just holding me. She was like scared,
I can't imagine.
And we eased over there to him. And so from afar, I went, hi. I said, my name is May. How are you, And he said, oh, I'm good. I'm all right. He said, I'm Glenn. I said, oh, it's nice to meet you. I said, my girlfriend is with me, and her name is Chris. And she said, hi, in a real faint voice. Hi, how you doing? She was still real scared,
I know.
And he said, won't y'all have a seat? Come on, sit down here. I said, oh, we'd be happy to, And I had my camcorder with me.
Oh, my goodness.
So I was able to captivate the whole set, everything that was going on.
Man, that was beautiful.
It was. And so my girlfriend said, I was just wondering, are you by yourself? Did your people come on earlier? And he said, no, I'm out here proving to myself that I can walk by faith with God leading me and not by sight.
So beautiful. God bless.
Yeah. And so we said, well, you been blind all your life? He said, no, I had it was an unfortunate circumstance that came my way. He said, and I had been incarcerated at one point, and a man came into my cell, and he said he was going to kill me at midnight.
Oh, my God.
He said, and I didn't believe him.
No.
He said, because, they search us. He said, I just knew that wouldn't happen. He said, but at midnight, all of a sudden, the man started stabbing me with a ice pick.
Oh, my goodness.
And he said, with an ice pick, when you get stabbed, when you pull out, you bleed internally.
Yes, you do.
He said he stabbed me all in my jugal vein,
Oh, my Lord.
and he became blind.
Oh, that's what happened.
He said when they actually took him out of the jail cell, said he was dead on arrival. But somehow the doctors kept working with him once he got there, and God gave him breath and let him breathe.
Oh, my Lord. That's a
And
blessing.
wasn't it?
Yes, that's a blessing. Yes.
And shoot, when he went before the judge, because he had never been sentenced, the judge let him out.
Bless.
And he said he had to take this cruise.
I don't blame you for that.
But I believe he was sent for me, as well as but he felt that it was for him to learn to walk by faith, but he also came to teach me to walk by faith and not by sight. Because we had a great week. I took a lot of time with the blind man. My girlfriend was like, girl, I'm not going to be sitting around here. Every time you're getting ready to go, want to go, you're like, we're going to go get him. We're going to go get him.
Oh, that was so blessed.
And so, we went all in the pool together. We dined together.
Oh,
It was so
great.
nice.
Yes.
And the cutest thing, which was funny, we're going to escort Glenn back to his stateroom. And as we're approaching the stateroom, I said, okay, give me your card. Let me put it in there so I can open up for you. And I want to turn the lights on so, you can. He's turning the lights on. Turn the lights on for what? I said, well, you need to be able to have the lights on. He said, what is a blind man going to do with the lights on? He said, Mathel, I still won't be able to see if you turn the lights on. He said, so you may as well leave those lights on. I said, oh. I said, I wasn't thinking. I'm thinking, oh, okay, duh.
Don't need no light.
Didn't need no light. He said he had the light of the Lord
Oh, yes, he did.
that was lighting
Yes,
up
he
from
did.
the inside, and everything was
So
being
blessed.
lit up. Yeah. So, I'm like, okay. So now, as our 6 days have passed, getting ready to come off this cruise.
Coming home now.
Getting ready to come home. Got him settled on the airplane,
So beautiful.
and he went one way, and he was from California. Man, when you hear the struggles he had to get on the cruise, you would know that God orchestrated his
Oh,
way.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yes, Lord.
So here I'm arriving back in Chicago. Limousine waiting for me and Chris. She lived in Chicago. I lived in the suburb. Drops us off. I get back home. And Verdell, he's one of the twins. He was there to meet me.
My God.
And I'm like, oh, Lord.
Oh, you know something went right.
I say, baby, what's wrong? Where's Victor? He said, Mom. He grabbed me by the hand so tightly. I said, child, what is going on? He said, Mama, Victor is in jail.
Oh, my Lord.
He's facing 60 years,
You're kidding.
and he needs $250,000
Oh, my God.
to even walk, to just get bail. And I screamed, Mama, I fell all out on the bed, and I just hollered.
No.
That's his twin. Verdell is Victor's twin.
I know, that's so
It
bad.
was so hard. I said, how did this happen? He said, Mama, Vaughn, that's my oldest son, got in a terrible situation. And he dropped 175 pounds of weed on Victor.
Oh, man, you kidding. Oh, my God, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad, baby. That's so terribly bad. I'm so sorry. That's so bad. Oh, my God, I pray your strength.
He's his brother's.
I pray your strength, baby. Oh, mine is so bad.
And he didn't really mean to.
I know.
From what I'm understanding, the person that he was really supposed to drop this off to, they had fled the town because they heard that DEA was on their trail. Brother Julian, I just want to thank you and your beautiful wife, Carol. In her absence, I wish she was right here so that I could have a picture of her as well. I want to thank both of you so very much for opening up your home and inviting us all in to film here, to be a part of my dreams.
Okay.
I really thank you. Your wife left me some beautiful words upon our first time here. She told me, I'm for you and with you always and forever. This time, next time, and whenever. And I appreciate her, and I love her, and I love you. We met so long ago at a church, you and I.
Yes, yeah.
And it was so beautiful meeting you. I just want to take you by your hand, and I want to say thank you for being my brother, my friend, and my angel.
Well, you're so appreciated. I appreciate you too. God
I really
bless you.
love you.
God bless you.
You mean the world to me.
God bless you.
Your
Thank you so
family,
much.
your daughters. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Anytime.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
From your head to the soles of your feet and everything that you do.
Thank you so much.
You're
I appreciate it.